Friends and family, greetings, greetings. How are you? I hope that all is well with you, and I hope that all is well with your family. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. Okay, guys, today's video is going to be an impromptu, informational-based video to raise awareness about spinal cord stimulators, reasons why you should take your remote control with you at all times, and dealing with going through security checkpoints, okay? So, when it comes to the remote control, guys, I've talked about this in previous videos, but I've recently had a subscriber to ask me, hey, do you take your remote control with you at all times? And short form, the answer to that question is going to be yes. Understand that everyone is going to have their own personal preferences. Some people will take the remote control with them wherever they go, and some of which may just turn it on and leave the remote control at home, for the sake of keeping up with it. But look at it like this, there's a lot of crazy things that can occur throughout the day, okay? God forbid you get in an accident and it's a very bad accident and you need to be treated by medical personnel, right? And let's say that this personnel have equipment that could potentially interfere with your spinal cord stimulator, right? So if you do not have your remote control with you, then you nor a loved one will be unable to shut your unit off. Someone will have to go back home to get your remote to bring it to the scene or to the hospital if you made it that far to turn your unit off. And remember, guys, time is always of the essence, so it's always important that you keep your remote control with you at all times, because like I say, I always take mine, because if I need to turn it off, I don't want to waste a single second. Reach, hit the red button, and it's turned off, and you're good to go for all your medical procedures after your doctors have conversed with your manufacturers, to tell them the do's and don'ts and all the stuff to prevent, whole body injury to you. All right, so let's shift some gears real quick. On today, guys, I had to go down to the courthouse, okay? And you guys know, in this day and age, we have security at the courthouse and you have to go through a security checkpoint. And being implanted with a device like a spinal cord stimulator, you're gonna have a medical device implant card that goes along with your ID. You see, you take these two pieces of credentials with you everywhere you go. So when you go to some place where there is a security checkpoint, you hand them this card and your identification, so they can look at this card, look at the identification, and look at you and make sure you are who you are. And they bypass you to give you a secondary means of clearing through security. Now, this would be the second time that I had to go to a courthouse. The first time I went to a courthouse, it was very painless. Like I say, the people there, they were on their game, like they were literally trained for situations like this. When I arrived, he was waiting for me to come through. I told him I have a medical device implanted on me, and it is on my spine. So he came through the machine, he looked at my card, he looked at my ID, and he looked at me. And then he asked, what type of device do I have in me? And I told him I have a spinal cord stimulator, all right? He took me around, but today was a lot different. I held my information up, thinking the deputy would come and review it, but he just said, hey, empty your pockets and come around to the other side. And I did that and regathered my stuff. He asked me to lift my shirt up and turn around. Now, you notice the difference between how my clearance was. In one case, we had one that was very thorough, and the other one was just, okay, just do this and do this. All right, but get this. The entire time, I noticed that I started to suddenly feel something that felt like overstimulation, and it kind of burned just a little bit. I was running therapy at the time. I was running at an amplitude of 20.1%. All right. So as I were walking away from this machine, it dawned on me, I'm like, geez, this machine is interfering with my SCS. But it's like the further I got from the machine, it's like things started to settle down. But in the end, I just felt that it did feel like overstimulation, but it did go away. So I said all that to say this, guys. Make sure you always take your remote control with you everywhere you go, okay? Number one. And number two, when you go around any security checkpoints, please Turn off your spinal cord stimulator. I know that they say on the car as well as on their website of your manufacturer that if you have to go through to turn it off, I am recommending that you turn it off. The reason why I say that because I did have some sort of reaction from this machinery. I guess it's a different type of machinery from the courthouse that I went to versus this one. So it could have been a difference of machinery, and different machines are going to emit different type of frequencies, and it could inadvertently interfere with you. So I will leave it on that note. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comment box down below, and I will get back with you in a very reasonable time frame. I do thank you so much for checking out the entire series. For those of you who are new, feel free to mash the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, please check out my spinal cord stimulator patient playlist. It's found on my playlist tab. It's going to have all the videos that I have ever created from the time of my trial to the time of my permanent to this very moment moving forward. Now I do thank all those who stayed until the end. And until we meet again, please stay safe, hold it in the road, and I'll see you in the next video. All right? Peace.